Hello everyone and welcome to the 29th episode of Let Your Voice Soar. My name is Alani Stanfill. I'm your vocal coach here at Voice Soaring Studios. I know this is a very difficult time for all of us in the world, especially for the women and men who are on the front lines of the medical field fighting for people's lives in this COVID-19 epidemic. These women and men are truly the heroes of the world, so thank you so much. I think it's important that we take a moment just to say thank you to all of them because they're truly doing amazing work out there fighting for people's lives. What we do here at Voice Soaring Studios is every day we do a collective clap. So on 3, I want you to clap with me for all of the women and men who are out there fighting for people's lives. 1, 2, 3. Yay! We love you guys. Thank you so much. Now for my fellow singing entertainers, I know this has been an especially difficult time if you lost all of your upcoming gigs and performances. And for my fellow vocal coaches, you're probably losing income by not being able to give in-person lessons. So hopefully you're getting set up to give online lessons like we do here at Voice Soaring Studios. Your students will love connecting with you. So make sure that you're getting onto those platforms like Zoom and Skype and FaceTime, whatever platforms you have available to give those lessons. Your students will love it and they will love seeing your face. I love connecting with my students every day online, especially the ones who were only seeing me in person. When I see them online, it really feels like they're still here with me. Okay, so make sure that you're connecting with them. So let's get right to today's tutorial. Back in 1999, I met an amazing voice teacher named Leona Matthews. In the very first lesson with her, she asked me to count from 1 to 10 on a continuous stream of breath. I counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And in her very thick Lithuanian accent, she said, "Oh my God, Jeffrey, how is anyone ever going to hear you like that?" She said, "Give yourself a hug and take a big breath and let your back rib cage open." I gave myself a hug. I took a big breath. I opened my back rib cage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All of a sudden, I felt so much more sound and power. So this is what I want you to do for yourself. I want you to let your arms relax. And I want you to stand nice and tall. And I want you to count from 1 to 10 without giving yourself a hug first, okay? So on the count of 3, I want you to count to 10. 1, 2, 3, go. Great. Now, I want you to give yourself a hug, like this. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. You don't want your shoulders rising up like that. And this time, I want you to take a breath. Take a big yawning inhale, as if you're going to yawn. We call this the pre-yawn inhale. I want you to do this. And now count. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. So you may have noticed that you had a lot more power when you counted from 1 to 10 on that continuous stream of breath in the hug position. This time, let's do it again, and let's add another set of 10 onto the end as soon as you get to 10, but without taking a breath in between, okay? So give yourself a hug, take a big yawning inhale, and count from 1 to 10 on 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Great. You probably had enough breath in there to go 2 or 3 more sets of 10. If you didn't, that's okay. It may take you time to build up to this. All right, great. So that is the introduction of opening the back rib cage. This will give you a lot more power. Now, this is obviously not something that you can do while you're performing, but this is going to teach you how to breathe into the back. Now we're at the vocal exercise portion of the tutorial. Guys, you're going to be starting at C3. Ladies, you're going to be starting at C4. The scale sounds like this. guys. Ladies, you're going to be up here. We're going to be using two sounds, ki and yo. Ki closes the vocal cords. Ki, ki, ki. You should be able to feel your chords come together. And yo drops the larynx. Yo, yo, yo. So you get a double action of chord closure and the larynx dropping. And this continues with that laryngeal stabilization concept that we've talked about in a couple of episodes. So as you ascend into the upper register, you should feel your larynx stabilize, especially by incorporating the hug position, which opens the back and is going to give you much more control over your air. Let's get started with the exercise. Okay, so I'm going to sing it with you, and then you're going to sing it by yourself. All right, so first thing, I'm going to count to 3, and then we'll start the exercise. Once again, it goes like this. You're going to give yourself a hug, and then you're going to take the breath. Ki-yo, ki-yo, ki-yo. Just like that. Very simple. Okay? So I will count to 3, and then you'll sing it with me. Once again, here's the note for the guys. Here's the note for the girls. Okay? 1, 2, 3. Ki-yo, ki-yo, ki-yo. So you notice I'm counting to 3 and taking a breath because I have to get to my hug position before I start the sound. So count to 3, take the breath, and then start the sound. Okay? Now by yourself. 1, 2, 3. Great. Let's move it up to C sharp. Here's the note for the guys. Here's the note for the ladies. Here's the scale. Let's do it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ki-yo, ki-yo, ki-yo. By yourself. 1, 2, 3. Let's move it up to the key of D. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see my back expanding, and hopefully you'll notice that my jaw is staying slightly down and back. Here's the pitch. Here's the scale. 1, 2, 3. Ki-yo, ki-yo, ki-yo. By yourself. 1, 2, 3. Now we're in the key of E flat. If this gets too high for you, as I say in every tutorial, just drop out. But if you feel like you're getting that note on the top very easily, then you can do this, okay? Here we go. Here's the pitch. Here's the scale. Let's do it together on 3. 1, 2, 3. Ki-yo, ki-yo, ki-yo. By yourself. 1, 2, 3. Now we're in the key of E. Here's the pitch. Here's the scale. I'm going to turn to the side. Okay. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ki-yo, ki-yo, ki-yo. Awesome. By yourself. 1, 2, 3. Before we continue on, make sure that you're drinking plenty of water and staying hydrated while you're working on these vocal exercises, and staying hydrated throughout the day. You know, hydration is key to staying healthy, and right now we need to do everything we can to stay healthy during this time. Now, I love to drink these little vitamin C packets that I got at Whole Foods. I have no affiliation with them. So I'll just mix it in some filtered water, and that encourages me to keep drinking water throughout the day. I also like to keep my Superior Vocal Health Throat Saver close by. This is great for reducing the gunk in your throat and in your sinuses, especially because you'll feel it in your sinuses when you spray it in your throat. And this is great for us allergy sufferers, as now is peak allergy season with all the trees and plants blooming. So this can help reduce some of those effects. Now we're in the key of F. Ladies, you're going to be up here. Okay. Like I said, if this is too high for you, don't even attempt it. But if you're a tenor or soprano, this should be relatively easy for you because we are going to continue to take it up, okay? On 3. Give yourself a hug. 1, 2, 3. Ki-o, ki-o, ki-o. Okay, by yourself. 1, 2, 3. So now we're in the key of F sharp. It's really important that you prepare the space for the high note before you get to it. And that space is going to be created by breathing into the back, opening the back rib cage, and feeling that big, huge space back there in the back of your throat. That's your pipe to sing in. And it should be prepared. And as long as you don't mess with the space, when you go up to the high note, you should be able to get there relatively easy. Okay? On 3, here's the pitch. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ki-o, ki-o, ki-o. Now by yourself. 1, 2, 3. Now we're in the key of G. Same thing. Make sure that you prepare the space for this high note. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ki-o, ki-o, ki-o. All right. Now by yourself. 1, 2, 3. Now we're in the key of G sharp or A flat. Make sure that you breathe into the back, you keep that space open, and try not to mess with the space inside there once you're going to the top note. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ki-o, ki-o, ki-o. All right, by yourself. 1, 2, 3. Now we're in the key of A. Here's the pitch. Here's the scale. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see the back open. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Ki-o, ki-o, ki-o. All right, by yourself. 1, 2, 3. Last one. This is the key of B flat. The high note is pretty high. It's a B flat. So all of you tenors and sopranos who've been asking me for higher scales, this is it. All right? Make sure you keep that back really nice and open. Make sure there's no tension in your neck. Make sure there's no tension in your shoulders. Stay in the hug position and trust that if you use your lower abdominals, like we've talked about, and really open that space, the note should already be there. This may take a little time for that to happen, obviously, but if you think about it, that note, this note and that note are relative notes. They're just an acoustical phenomenon that happens by creating the space and letting the vocal cords stretch out enough to create the pitch, okay? Here we go. Here's the pitch. Here's the scale. I'm going to turn to the side. 1, 2, 3. Ki-o, ki-o, ki-o. Enjoy yourself. Here you go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Excellent work. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you have any questions about the concept or exercise presented, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below, or you can write to me at jeff@voicesoaring.com. If you're looking for more individualized one-on-one vocal coaching, you can contact me at jeff@voicesoaring.com to set up your first online lesson. It doesn't matter what time zone you're in, we'll find a time that works for you. Our learning resources, Let Your Voice Soar and From Voice Studio to Stage Masterclass, have both been marked down to make them more accessible for everyone during this period. So check them both out by clicking on the link below. If you enjoyed this tutorial, please hit the little thumbs up button and be sure to subscribe to the channel. We're so excited to see the channel growing so fast. We really appreciate it. So until next time, keep singing, love each other with all your heart, and let your voice soar.